With the field of candidates now approaching record territory, is it a sign of a fractured party? Here to debate that is Molly Mitchell, former senior political operative, and Beverly Hallberg, president of the District Media Group. Thank you both so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Beverly, I'll start with you. You know, you hear Democrats saying, but this is what the Republican Party looked like just a couple years ago. So what do you think?
I think that there is a fracturing in the Democrat Party, but I don't think it's because of this primary process and how many people have decided to throw their hat in the race. In many ways, I think this is good for Democrats because it gets whoever is the ultimate winner, not just battle-tested, but battle-ready for Donald Trump. Where I see the fracturing and where we're going to see the fight moving forward is the fight over socialism. What is the direction of the Democrat Party? You have many who are moderate Democrats very worried that socialism is where it's headed because even though with millennials and young people this tends to poll well, when it comes to Democrat voters 45 and up, they realize the harms of socialism. So I think that's really where the battle is in the Democrat Party.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree, Molly. My question is, do you? Because it does seem like the Democrats as a party are not all united when it comes to this idea of socialism.
I think the idea of Democrats in disarray is just completely false. I mean, we've always been a diverse party from the moderate to the more progressive left.
So you say they all agree on socialism?
No, I think that we're a big tent party, and I think this is actually a great thing to have 18 candidates running for the Democratic Party because we have 18 candidates crisscrossing the nation talking about democratic values like protecting your health care and looking out for the working class.
Let's take a look at a list here of how many are running so far. And this is according to our research department. There are 16 declared candidates for the Democratic contenders there. And then we have another list that has at least 9 at this point of potential candidates. Beverly, how big do you think this is going to grow?
I think it's going to be over 20 very easily. You do have more candidates that are considering getting in, and I think they're likely to do so. So I think this is going to grow. Once again, I don't necessarily see it as a problem that there's so many people entering the race. I think the big problem with Democrats is where do they stand on issues. I thought it was interesting that Nancy Pelosi had an interview on 60 Minutes yesterday. You can tell she's trying to bring the party back that is going towards socialism, because what you find with many of these candidates who maybe don't expect to win in this race, but they want to start getting name ID. They want to start getting their platform out about socialistic values. They're looking at this in the long term. So I think long-term Democrats have a really hard time with some of their middle-aged to older voters who realize that socialism isn't the answer. They know the history of it, and they know that government ownership of everything is a damaging thing for this country and not a positive.
Molly, I want to get your take on this. Let's play this clip of Hillary Clinton. This is from Saturday at the Women in the World Conference, giving advice for presidential candidates who are going to be running against President Trump. Listen to this.
You really have to do 2 things simultaneously. Present what you want to do. What is your vision? Ignore where possible, respond where necessary to the diversion and distraction that we see, unfortunately, working by the current incumbent.
Molly, is Hillary Clinton the person to take advice from when it comes to running against President Trump?
I think I can't emphasize enough that Hillary Clinton did win the popular vote. I mean, she outpaced President Trump by nearly 2.9 million votes. So her perspective is valuable, even if it is just to highlight the pitfalls she faced to the candidates running this time. And we have to point out that she was the first female presidential nominee for any major party. And we have 6 women running right now, and that she had a big part in smashing, you know, the cracks in that glass ceiling for these women to run. So yes, I do think it is valuable.
Beverly, we got about 10 seconds.
I think there's a lot we can learn from Hillary Clinton, but it's not based on what she says because she doesn't admit where she went wrong. The main thing we can learn from Hillary Clinton is the presidency is never deserved, and also that Donald Trump is a formidable candidate.
All right, Beverly, Molly, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.